The healthcare community discussion of the nation has finally begun. This all started nearly 20 years ago from the broadcast of the Medical A Team, the undisputed kings of health talk radio. Favorite family dentist Dr. Marlon B. Jackson and favorite family physician Dr. Millard J. Collier. And the legend continues. You are invited to call right now at 404-622-4444 and ask your medical questions because your health is important. And now, Doctors Marlon B. Jackson and Millard J. Collier.
All right. The Medical A Team is in place. Dr. Jackson, the doctors are in the house. And I'm feeling pretty great, Dr. Collier. I don't know about you.
It's the holiday season, Dr. Marlon B. Jackson's Atlanta's Best DDS. And we are live in the studios of 1480 WYZE for the Your Health is Important radio broadcast, the only interactive healthcare forum that allows you, the listener, to call in and ask your healthcare questions.
The longest broadcast in the whole wide world.
The longest.
And when I mean longest, I mean the longest. Tell me about it. All right, holidays. The holidays are here. We have a special guest. We have a lot of information to cover. Real quickly, I'm just going to go into last night. I only got 2 words. The black belt. In Alabama, the black belt.
Whipped it out. Showed up.
That's right.
And I'm so glad they did.
Well, what we got to understand is that in these days and times, we usually are hit with, we're usually oppressed, suppressed, repressed, and sent to the back all the time, that we forget that we do have the power. And if you woke up this morning, you had health, and your health is important. And let's real quickly, let's just come on into the broadcast and talk to our studio guest today. I finally got my business neighbor from Rapid Realty, Mr. Jesse Sparks and Miss Ladonna. They're here today, and we're going to talk about Rapid Realty and why that's so important in the community and why it might be important to you.
All right, your medical health, your dental health, your financial and your fiscal health. It's the end of the year. You might be looking for some tax benefits, or you might say, okay, in 2018, I want to get myself financially together. And as we all know, real estate is a great investment. So we have our special guest, Miss Ladonna Smiley, in the house. And Justin, we're going to talk to you about Rapid Realty. Justin, introduce yourself.
Good afternoon to all the listeners out there. My name is Justin Sparks, co-owner of Rapid Realty downtown Atlanta office. All
right. Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to have you on the air with us, and it's a pleasure to have you as a neighbor. Myself and Mr. Sparks were located right there together. He's got that nice window location. If you drive by on Auburn Avenue, right across from Auburn Seafood, you can, and right next to Big Bethel AME Church, you can see he's got a nice office, and it looks like people in there working all the time. Now let's tell them what they're working on. Let's tell them what they're working on.
Well, our agents are primarily doing residential. I, Ladonna Smiley, do more so of commercial real estate, commercial leasing. But we are a full-service brokerage. We do residential, commercial, as well as business brokerage and property management.
Property management, and that is key because a lot of people have rental properties, including myself, just don't have time to do the things that need to be done to keep them well managed. And so you can have some problems right there. So, Miss Smiley, and I see you at 210 Auburn Avenue. When I drove past you, I was there last night at Auburn Seafood. And when I look at your storefront, I mean, it's so beautiful. It's opened up, it's glass, you can see through it. You know, a lot of the business on Auburn Avenue, they bricked up, they don't have windows, they're not family friendly. You walk by there, and we know they're trying to keep them secure, but your business is open and it's saying, like, come in, meet us, and let's do business together. We want to be good community partners. So I like that face that you have on there.
Absolutely. We have reached out to a lot of the small business owners in the area. We've built relationships with them. And definitely we want to be somebody that impacts the community, especially from a real estate standpoint.
So, Mr. Sparks, Justin, how did you guys get into the real estate business? You both look relatively young, yet you look prosperous. Tell us about how the business started and what your goals and objectives are and what you can do for our listeners.
Well, one, we took a leap of faith, being in the corporate world for a few years, just wanted to kind of be in business for ourselves, and real estate is a good or rewarding career and opportunity. So, we just took that leap of faith and went out there and got into commercial real estate, and we were pretty successful at it over the last 2 years. And in that point, Ladonna and I partnered up and wanted to start our own brokerage and provide opportunities for other African Americans that are millennials as well.
All right, so he identified himself as a millennial. I said he looked young. Then he came in here with a Dallas Cowboys cup. So we like that. We like that. So being a young whippersnapper, if you will, a millennial that came into the business, now residential is one thing. Commercial real estate is where, the big boys play. Mm-hmm. So tell me, with what you're doing now with the commercial real estate, what type of, properties are you making available for people? Are people looking for office space? You selling whole buildings? What exactly are you handling? Are you handling all of that?
Yeah, we're handling all of it. We do leasing and investment sales. Specifically, I'm dealing with a lot of multifamily properties and single-tenant retail. My partner, Donna, she does a lot more commercial leasing, so retail space, office space, industrial space. So if you do have a small business, we can definitely provide that service to you to help you find space.
So I hear that this multi-unit, people that are getting like brownstones with, one or two spaces, not one, but two or more spaces in there, that's the hottest thing in real estate right now. And, I guess you increase your profit without increasing your risk anymore. So when you're talking to somebody, say, look, I got a pocket full of money and I want to invest in some real estate. What is your immediate recommendation for that individual?
Well, my immediate recommendation would be multifamily. So anything 2 units or more, so that way it kind of pays for itself. Whether you do have a vacancy, one vacancy, the other side, as long as it's occupied, it'll take care of itself, and you got consistent cash flow. So definitely multifamily, and multifamily is a hot product market here in Atlanta as well.
All right. So is there a side of town that you see what real estate is booming and you get in on it now, because 10 years from now, besides in and around the Dome area, that's a really hot property right now, and you can actually still purchase, but 5 years from now, you'll be priced out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely within the city of Atlanta is kind of where you want to put your money, particularly west side and southwest is where the opportunities are right now.
So you see that a lot of individuals, one, they base their business and feel like they have to be in Buckhead, or they have to be, somewhere on the north side of town to be successful. And you brought your business to downtown Atlanta proper, Auburn Avenue, the Black Beverly Hills, in the historic Auburn Avenue district. So I'm glad to see a business like this, a business that generates income, a business that's positive and strong for the community and the people that do business with you. So, your business is one that gives back to the people that you're doing business with versus just taking their money and, for whatever service that you may have. Sometimes you do that, and that's the quid pro quo. But in your situation right here, this is a good situation, and I like that. So we want our listeners to call in. 404-622-4444. This is live. We are live in the studios of 1480 WYZE. It's the Christmas season. Time to think about how you want to close the year out and what do you want to do to make yourself more successful in 2018. You start planning now. You see that success. You create your model. You plan. You say, I want to obtain this house, or I want to do this with my income tax check when it comes. And then I also always hear about people buying real estate with other people's money. Tell us about that. no money down, and I hear this all the time.
Wait a minute. Do you buy it or do you take it from them? Which one is it?
Well, that's the question. Are you going for foreclosure properties? But I just hear people, all the commercials for these seminars. Come in, you can buy real estate. You can buy it and flip it. No money. You don't need good credit. You don't need to have any money. You're going to use other people's money. How does that work? Is that something that you know about?
Yeah, keep it real and make it plain with that.
Well, a lot of those tactics are kind of used to just sell their seminars and their programs and their trainings. I mean, there is a strategy of no money down real estate, but 9 times out of 10, you'll need to put some money down.
All right, yeah, this one of them too good to be true scenarios, and I was like, so you have all the people with credit scores that are negative, not 500, but minus 500. And anyway, I want to buy some real estate because I hear you can buy real estate with no money down, and I'm gonna flip it next month so I can pay this bill that I owe so and so and so. And if you could just front me, $50,000, I'll pay you back next month. This is I've heard people say scenarios like this. And so, this is a problem. But your usual and customary real estate transaction, do you also just do regular real estate, buy and sell homes?
Right. Now, to piggyback off what you just said in regards to the no money down or have somebody, you borrow some money, you pay them back, when you flip the property. I mean, there is scenarios like that, and there are strategies for that. But, I mean, you kind of got to know what you're doing and got to have the right people in place to do a transaction like that.
Okay, well, I guess what I need to know, and probably what the listeners need to know, in addition to probably, trying to get properties and so forth, do you train or orientate people?
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely educate and train our clients and customers that come through our doors or that call us.
Well, how do they get to be a client? First of all, what's your phone number and your website?
Well, the phone number is 678-705-1321. Website will be www.rapidatl.com.
All right. So let's just say that I'm Dr. Jackson, and I'm try not to pull so many teeth and work so hard, and I might have, $5 or $10. I know it takes more than that, but I may have a penny or two to, for investments. How might a gentleman like myself, or better than yet, how about Big Money Collier, MJ Collier, if he wanted to invest, $1 million or $2 million, how might he go about that?
Well, one, we would sit down and have a consultation with you, to see kind of what your goals are and kind of what you're really trying to do. So we'll have that free consultation with you. And then at that point, if we would like to move forward or you would like to move forward, sign you up as a client, get you with our lender. You can speak with our lenders, and they'll educate you as well in the process. And then we can go start looking at properties.
All right. Well, let's say that somebody has literally no real estate experience. They may have bought a house. They have no idea what they're getting into with purchasing real estate for investment purposes. Do you go over that, or do you just try to get them pre-approved with financing? Then you go out on the street and tell us a little bit more, because I know there's a lot of people that are listening now that may want to contact you. So. Right. And do they have to be professionals? What type of person can come into this market?
I mean, anybody can come into this market. And that's a part of that consultation process. We'll kind of explain and educate you on the process and just the whole real estate transaction as a whole. So, that consultation piece, always feel free to call us or email us.
What's that number?
678-705-1321.
Well, the phone lines are open. If you have any questions, we have special guests here. We have Miss Ladonna and Mr. Sparks representing Rapid Realty. Real estate is getting hot in Atlanta. A lot of people may not know that, and a lot of times people think real estate gets hot when they see a nice piece of property or subdivisions going up. They don't know that before those subdivisions may go up or those commercial properties go up, there may have been depressed property of which that would have been a good time to get it, or land.
Or land. And one of the things I see acquisitions going, again, anything ended up and down the Dome area, Simpson Road, Martin Luther King. I see, sidewalks going in, street renovations, and a lot of boarded up houses over there that, might be a great opportunity for a lot of people, because that entire area has a 10-year plan that's going to just really flip it to a whole different level. So this might be a chance to do that. So, Ms. Smiley, you and Justin partnered that means you are already in this business and doing something. Tell us what about you.
Well, primarily, I specialize in commercial leasing, so I help a lot of small business owners go into storefronts, retail, office, industrial. I've worked with a lot of corporate clients as well as just the mom and pop businesses. So yeah, I love it. That's mainly my specialty of what I do.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit more about that in terms of if somebody was interested in starting a business. Let's say that they're lucky enough to be in their 40s and they've worked in a corporation in one place for 20 years and they've invested, they got their little pension ready, and they want to do something else. They want to start a business.
Okay, well, a couple of things that you would need to start a business if you're a startup. One would be a business plan. That's very important. The landlord does typically check your credit. So they do want you to have, minimum 600 credit score a lot of times. And then you want to have something called a proof of funds, which means that you have some type of money in the bank that can show that you can afford the rent wherever you're trying to go to get this location.
All right. Well, this sounds kind of exciting, getting kind of juicy here. So, in other words, I know we all hear about those seminars where you can flip that property in 1 week and all that. We're trying to keep it real and make it plain with you. Mr. Sparks and Ms. Smiley, they both have said, hey, some of that's a pipe dream, so we don't want that. We don't want you to be sucked into a disillusion. That's why I wanted to bring Rapid Realty here so that the listeners can know there's another avenue, and this is the place. What's that phone number again, Miss Smiley?
678-705-1934.
Let's repeat that again.
678-705-1934.
And what's that website?
www.rapidatl.com.
All right. Go on your smartphone right now, rapidatl.com, and you can find out. Now, Ms. Smiley had a great point right there. She said business people that come in, they will need a business plan, because I get entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs all the time, and they say, I want to go into business for myself. And oftentimes they actually have money, but they have no sense. And, and the issue is, if you're going into business, what is going to be the product that you're going to make, or the service you're going to provide, or what are you going to sell? And so you have to have something that people want to give you money for to make your business viable. It's not just, I want to have my own business and work for myself. I'm tired of working for the man. And, and that's about as far as it gets with most people, and that's why they're soon parted with their money, because they don't have a business plan. And then so they get in and say, I tried to open a so-and-so business, and it just didn't work out, because they didn't have a business plan. So you take clients and hold them by the hand, and when you said look at a business plan, are you guys doing some counseling and getting that business up and going, or are you just selling them the real estate?
No, we actually offer business plan services. So if you are a small business owner and you don't know how to start your business plan, we can actually guide you. And if you do have a business plan, I'm going to look at your business plan and tell you what your business plan could possibly be missing. Do you have pro forma? Do you have projections in there that's saying what your business will do?
Whoa, hold on. Some of these terms may be, a little over the listener's head. So we're not, a lot of us may want to be in business, but we don't know what business terms and circumstances are. What's
so
the pro
that's
forma?
why I was going to say.
What's the pro forma?
Well, the pro forma is pretty much saying, what do you possibly think the type of income you're going to generate in the next 3 to 5 years in your business. And during that consultation, we will discuss that if you don't have a business plan, because that's something that you would need in your business plan.
All right. Well, hey, we've got Rapid Realty representatives here, Mr. Sparks, Ms. Smiley. They love to hear from you. Give us a call. The phone lines are open, 404-622-4444, because the health of your business, where you stay, the terms, whether you get a house for yourself, personal use, investment use, whether you want to start a business. You might want to start a business. It may not be good to start it up in Atlantic Station right now, especially if the rent is $5,000-$6,000 a month. Because do you help them with overhead analysis and trying to figure out what kind of rent you might want to afford to?
Yes, definitely. I talk to my clients about having a budget, because a lot of people don't understand when you lease a space, there's a lot of different things that go on in your lease. I don't want to bore you guys with all of that, but there's escalations in your rent, and people are not aware that your rent is going to increase each year when you're leasing a space. Typically, some landlords want first month rent security deposit, but then some landlords want 3 months of rent up front and a security deposit. There's something called CAM, Common Area Maintenance, where you have to pay that, your prorated share. So it's a lot of stuff that small business owners, when they're first starting out, they don't think about those added expenses that they're going to have when they're starting their business.
And they don't think about a part of their business paying back that initial startup loan. They just start looking at money coming in, and that's how a lot of small businesses get in trouble. They get in trouble by not paying back their startup capital, but more importantly, not doing the simple things like getting a business license, setting themselves up as a corporation or an LLC or some business format that allows them to conduct business, paying their taxes. If they have a payroll, the payroll tax. Payroll taxes kill more small businesses because people don't pay them, and then when they finally get caught, it's astronomical. It's impossible to pay it back.
I didn't know.
That I was supposed to be matching that SSSI. I didn't know what that was. And so I just thought I'd just check it next time. But it doesn't take but a couple of pay cycles to make that really beyond your capacity to pay, because it's a part of your revenue cycle doing your monthly business transaction. But if you're not paying that money, as you're paying people, you also got to pay that matching Social Security, that matching, it's about 30% of what you're paying them. A lot of people say, oh, I got my payroll. No, you don't have your payroll because you got to pay all the rest of it. So that can be a problem as well. So you got an excellent opportunity here to not only get your business up and going, and they say they'll counsel you as to, do you need a smaller storefront? Do you need, 2,000 square feet versus 5,000 square feet? Because, people start off, with a lot. There's always room to grow. There's not a real estate company that a business place say, oh, no, I need more room. No, you can't have it. They'll give you more space if you need more space. So that's an opportunity, too. If you're in a place where the space is finite, then that person may have other space. And they say, well, once you move out of here, you can move into a larger space that I also own and still stay within your lease and not have to lose money because you signed a 5-year lease. Those kind of little simple things. You have to look down the road as to what your plan. You got to plan, because if you don't make a plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's the bottom line with that. So with your real estate business that you have going right here now, down on Auburn Avenue again, you guys have been down there for how long, Mr. Spark?
We've been there for 3 months now.
3 months. Yeah, again, beautiful storefront directly across the street from Auburn Seafood and right next door, literally, to Auburn Dental, Dr. Marlon B. Jackson's premier practice, where you get that $1 million Hollywood smile. So when you see it, it's going to automatically get your attention because, one, you're going to say, wow, what kind of business is this? I just like the way that it looks. And like Dr. Jackson said, it always looks like people in there are busy, getting stuff done. So it's not a storefront where you're looking there as one person or no person and it's dark, that kind of stuff. This place looks like they're handling business. So they want to handle yours. 404-622-4444. Give us a call right now. We can talk about opportunities in real estate purchasing, real estate leasing, real estate investment. If you need residential real estate or commercial real estate, if you want to buy a building or lease space for your business, they got it all covered here. This is a comprehensive one-stop shop that can provide all of your real estate needs. But in addition to that, all the things we talked about as far as making sure your business is successful. 404-622-4444. Give us a call right now. Dr. Jackson?
All right. Well, let's talk about something that Mr. Sparks spoke with before. Or better yet, let's talk about people like Dr. MJ Collier, $1 million Collier, where you have a lot of real estate but little time. What is the process if they needed property management?
Well, yeah, if they need property management, that is a service that we offer. It's just a matter of us, sitting down, having a conversation, kind of seeing what the property is, kind of what the cash flow is, and, figuring out, an agreement that we can put together. But we definitely provide that and make it stress-free for the landlord.
Okay, and I know a lot of churches, y'all have a lot of nice dowries, and a lot of them buy property, which helps the endowment of the church. And sometimes, we may lease to some of our members, and because it's church related, sometimes you can't be as business as you would like, and so certain contractual obligations get overlooked. Next thing you know, the person can't live up to the obligations, and then you have to go into people's court. So that's why having a management company is an excellent idea. Dr. Jackson highly recommends that because if you're a busy professional and let's say you're trying to wrap up one career but trying to put your toe in another, you need somebody to support that so that you can keep it rolling and do what you do best.
Absolutely, because I know that when I started doing residential real estate and renting to people, it can be a problem. It can be a big problem. The biggest problem, of course, is getting your rent. And, and that is key to keep the financial transactions, your cycle going, because if you have to pay because it's constantly late or not paid at all, then, you're not making money on that property. You're losing money on that property. The objective is to create a positive cash flow. So a management company is beyond changing light bulbs and going out there when there's a plumbing issue or the air conditioner not working or whatever. But they also manage that revenue, and that's key so that you can keep your business going. So if you're doing property management, that means you have I guess you can say a cadre of businesses like plumbers and electricians and everybody. If something goes wrong, you're handling that and getting that taken care of as quickly as possible. Everything from, my toilets flooding and you name it, the usual and customary things that happen. But when a person is renting from you, they're not concerned with the recent snowfall. You can get freezing/burst pipes. You can have, roof issues, trees falling down, all kinds of things. So a property management company relieves you of all of that headache, because sometimes it's just a simple matter. I can't stop what I'm doing in the middle of the day and go out and look at this or assess it, or I'm trying to call Roto-Rooter or Mr. Plumber, and then being third party where they say the toilet is stopped up. I don't know. Go look at it, and then they're trying to get back to you. You just want it handled. And that's what a good property management company will do for you. They relieve you. When he say relieve you of that stress, boy, my bell started ringing, because I'm like, this is stressful to manage property. And if you guys relieve me of that stress, you adding 10 years to my life.
and then too, like I said, if you're like a physician, a lot of times people prey, P-R-E-Y, on your philanthropic attitudes and perspectives, and they may try to get an extra week to pay without late charges and so forth. And next thing you know, you give them that extra week because you're a good man.
Oh, you don't need it.
And next thing you know, that week goes and you don't have a tenant. Next thing you know, you got to start all over again. Whereas if you have a good relationship with a property management, they know how to set the rules. And first of all, they know how to pick the right tenant that may avoid those things. That's why you need to call Rapid Realty. And what's that number again, Mr. Sparks?
678-705-1321.
678-705-1321. Call that number to get your real estate needs, residential real estate, commercial real estate, multi-family units. If you want to invest, if you want to live in one, you live in one side, you rent the other side, you have a mortgage-free living situation. And that's the way you really, really want to be with retirement and Social Security being challenged the way that it is.
What's that number again, Miss Smiley?
678-705-1934.
One more time.
678-705-1934.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't go nowhere. What's that website?
www.rapidatl.com.
All right.
Rapid ATL, no dots or dashes, rapidatl.com. Find out about your real estate needs. Go down to 210 Albert Avenue. Look at this beautiful facility that they have down there. When you're going to get your teeth fixed, you're going to see Dr. Jackson, turn to the left and look at this, and you'll say, wow, I'm loving this business.
Well, you probably need to go see them first before you come see me, because I'm not free. All right. And I do practice that Atlanta's best DDS dentistry. So, hey, got to make it do what it do. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. We're going to have to bring y'all back. And let us know if you have any feedback from our listeners. Remember to tune in every second and fourth Wednesday right here on the 1480. As you have for the last 25 years.
Why, Dr. Jackson?
Because
your health is important.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Marlon Jackson, family dentist, along with
Dr. M.J. Collier, your family physician, and we are co-host of the Your Health is Important radio broadcast.
The longest running health talk show in America. Tune in every second and fourth Wednesday. Keep it locked, because
your health is important, and we'd like to wish you and your family and all of WYZE's listeners a happy holiday. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Why?
Wait, Happy New Year, Happy Holiday.
Because your health is important.
today's conversation with Doctors Millard J. Collier and Marlon V. Jackson. For further information regarding medical information, contact family physician Dr. Millard J. Collier. Call 770-948-5400 for questions on how to make your smile the best part of you. Contact family dentist Dr. Marlon B. Jackson. Call 404-681-3834. Remember, the legend continues. Health care is a right, but good health is a blessing. Tune in every second and fourth Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. right here on WYZE, because your health is important. You better know it.
Atlanta's Heritage Radio Station. Playing gospel music for over 25 years. The legendary AM 1480 WYZE.